Hello, and welcome. This is another installment of backstage interviews with the University of Operetta Company's production of The Music Man. Now, today I have Mike here, who is playing Harold Hill, the male lead in this show. How are you today?
Doing well.
That's good. Well, it's been a long run already, and we're only halfway through.
Yeah. 13-hour days, 8 days in a row. It's
full-time job on top of the whole thing.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we may as well get straight into the interview.
Cool.
First things first, what got you started in acting?
Been acting pretty much forever. When I was in elementary school, I would always try out for the school plays, and in middle school, high school, that kind of thing. And I took a bit of a break from it for a while, but I'm a graduate student. And a few years ago, I realized that pretty much all I was doing was working all of the time. And I saw an audition board for production Into the Woods back in Montreal. I'm a Yale student, actually. And decided to try out for it, got a part, and have been doing 1 or 2 shows a year ever since. It really helps me to have something structured in my free time to do and enjoy and get out and take
Nice. Yeah. Cool. All right. And what is your favorite part of having worked on this project in particular?
To be honest, actually, I'm new to Calgary. I moved here in the beginning of September, which was September 1st. The audition for the show was, I think, the 12th. So the best part of this for me has been meeting people backstage and making friends. And there's something, I was told coming into this that there's really something special about the Calgary Operetta Company, that there's a really good vibe about it. And it's totally true. I've made a lot of really good friends in the city, friendships that I'll keep and foster and grow. And it's been a really, really good social experience.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Now on to the actual show itself.
Right.
What did you do to prepare for this role?
It
was all improvised.
Wait, there's lines? I looked at sort of what the character is, what his motivations are, what he's trying to do in every scene, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I looked to other sort of inspirations to try and draw things from. So, it's a classic Broadway musical, so I looked at sort of more classic, leading man actors, things like that. Took a little bit from, I guess, people like, I watched the original movie with Robert Preston, but also, actors like Bing Crosby and that sort of era of Hollywood, that kind of thing. Because that's sort of where this comes from. So tried to look at that, emulate sort of the mannerisms, the vocal stylings, that kind of thing. But also looked at other things like, actual salesmen, actual people who work in sales, and what sort of mannerisms do they have, and what sort of attitudes do they have, and that smile on the face, and trying to make other people happy, and give them something they want, but also get something returned. And then also, one of the pivotal scenes in the show is that You Got Trouble, where he tries to fearmonger, right? He tries to build this sense of panic and dread and trouble in town. And I actually looked at news commentators. I actually watched a little bit of Glenn Beck to try and, because the one thing about that kind of fear-mongering is the person who's doing it has to show that he believes what he's talking about, and he's passionate about what he's talking about. So for that scene, which really kind of sets the pace of the early part of the show, I really tried to have this feeling of, there is trouble, there is, and like trying to really build that up, but not only within the other people, but within myself too, to try to really sell it.
Okay.
So I hope it
cool.
works.
Yeah, exactly. We can only dream.
Yeah.
But no, that's actually one of my favorite scenes. So
thank you.
It's working out.
It's fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What do you think is Harold's most dominant or pronounced characteristic?
Harold is always watching what's going on. Okay. No matter what's happening in the scene, if he's involved in it or if he's just standing on the periphery, Harold is always taking something in. So for example, in the Iowa Stubborn scene, which is one of the first real sort of group numbers, he's aware of all the different groups on the stage. When the mayor walks by, it's like, okay, that's the mayor. What kind of attitude does he have? How can I use this? Is he going to be on my side or against my side? And how can I set him up? It's being constantly aware of everything that's going on, even if he doesn't seem necessarily like he's always super involved in everything. So I think just, calculating, I guess. He's always calculating. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do you have anything else coming up that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I just got told that I got a part in Front Row Center's Young Frankenstein.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to go up in a few months, and we're going to have the read-through for that on one of the only days off for this show. So I'm going to go and do the read-through for that soon, and so in a few months, be doing that over at FRC.
Nice. So keep an eye out for that one too.
Yes.
Right? All right. Now, final question. It's kind of a two-pronged one.
All right.
Why should people come see the show, and what do you think people will be taking away from it? What will they gain from watching the show?
This show is a lot of fun. It's one of those classic musicals. People who've never heard of the musical before, they come and they see it and they go, "That's where this song is from." That's what I've seen bits of this, or I've seen this parodied, or I've seen it referenced or things like that. And you don't even realize. I mean, the main romantic song of the show, "Till There Was You," has been covered by the Beatles. I mean, you can't get more culturally relevant than that, right? Yeah. So it is a classic show. It is a lot of fun, and it's just I hope that for the audiences, and so far the reaction has been this way, that they just come and they have a really good time, and we're having a good time, they're having a good time. We all feed off each other, and everyone leaves with a big smile on their face. So that's what I hope people. That's both why people should come and what I hope people take away.
Nice. All right, well, thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.
So this has been another backstage interview with UFC Operetta's production of The Music Man. I'm going to put a link in the description for buying tickets. Make sure to get them before the 17th, because that's our last show.
Yes.
January 17th.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and yeah. I really got to work on this.